TYT Sports, everybody. Ben Mangles, Drew Carter. Nice to see you again. What's going on?
Good to see you. It's been a while.
You look good. Your hand's so manly. It envelops me. Anyway. Do you hate being marginalized like that as just a handsome athlete?
No.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
So
I got braids too.
So obviously, as people know, you played in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I'm very interested in this story from Grantland's Bill Barnwell about Andrew Luck's health, considering that it's been perfect and it shouldn't be. And I have some very specific thoughts on it, but let's get to the overall point. Mostly it's that how has Andrew Luck been able to avoid significant injury in his two remarkable first two seasons with the Colts, considering the fact that the one thing they set out to do when they got him is, how do we protect him? Mm-hmm. And it seems like they have, because he hasn't gotten hurt, but they haven't. No. They haven't. Yeah. And so I think that the end result here is just going to be they have gotten unbelievably lucky.
For sure.
Or maybe there's something special about him, but that would require a knowledge about human physiology and the ability to ward off injuries.
Right.
Let's get to the point, because I want to ask you about injuries. Okay, so let's take a quote here from Barnwell's piece in Grantland. Talking about Ben Roethlisberger, famous for waiting until the last possible second to get the ball out, leading to an almost comic tradition of being surrounded by blitzers in the pocket while he patiently waits for somebody to get open. That is true, of course, about Roethlisberger at 3-4 times a game. You're like, Jesus, throw. Oh, my God, he did throw. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Antonio, they just got 19 yards out of nothing.
Right before he lands on his knees. Like,
yeah, totally. But he started to get hurt now the last couple of years. So let's continue with the rest of it. Manning gets the ball out far more quickly, a better sense of where to move within the pocket, avoid pressure, which gives opposing rushers less of a chance to hit him. So about Luck, though, the numbers are staggering. They looked at the top 10 quarterbacks. This is taken from Football Outsiders. Top 10 quarterbacks who are knocked down most frequently. This is over the last 2 seasons. So we're looking at guys who basically have started 2 seasons. Who's been knocked down the most? Take a look at that list.
Whoa.
He's first, and he is first by a lot.
Yeah.
42 more hits than Matt Ryan, and 50 more hits, 59 more hits than Palmer, and then Tannehill, Flacco. And then you start getting, after Wilson, you start getting into Griffin, who's been hurt. Like Griffin getting hurt 162 times, considering that he missed at least 2 starts his first year, and then I think he missed the last 3. So that's in 26 or 27 starts for Griffin, and then Stafford, Newton, and Brandon Weeden. Interestingly, the last time he had a significant injury, as the article points out, was a fractured finger during his freshman year at Stanford. What fans and what fairly normal people will look at when they see this is they'll think, well, he's big. You know, he may not be as big as Roethlisberger, but he's a big quarterback, and
he's got big legs.
And he's 235 pounds. Some sources have him at 239. So this is what Bill Barnwell says. He says that he looks and seems unbreakable, a fact that many chalk up to his 235-pound frame. So he seems big, but Grantland, they always do a great job of sort of peeling back the layers, and they put that in some context. Here's the rest of what Barnwell has to say about that. In context, Luck is big, but he's not extraordinarily big. His adjusted height is in the 50th percentile for starting quarterbacks since 1970, so average height for a starting quarterback since 1970, while his adjusted weight is in the 90th percentile. That doesn't even leave him among the 5 largest quarterbacks by weight percentile in football from last season. So he's not in an elite class of being big and bulky.
Right.
He's bulky. He's not, and this is obviously, he's not Russell Wilson.
Right.
So again, then it turns to me like maybe he has a body. I guess guys have bodies that can absorb stuff
for sure
better. But I mean, but not breaking a finger on any of those hits. That's just luck. He doesn't. It's hard to believe that Andrew Luck has better fingers than everybody else.
I feel like a lot of stuff too is with like you can't see stuff you can't see. Like you can't obviously the height, weight, stuff you can't see. Where flexibility, guys that get tackled a certain way. Sometimes I see guys get bent back, and I'm like, oh, he definitely tore something. And then he gets up, and I'm like, I would have tore my knee up. So there's a way more factors than the height and weight.
Did you think you weren't flexible enough? Did you like?
Sometimes exactly. I thought like, because I was so tall, sometimes I would get hemmed up, and if I get bent back, I felt like I was.
What are you, like 5'10", 5'11"?
6'3 and a half.
Really?
The combine 6'3" and 3/4.
I don't.
215 pounds of solid.
I don't see it, but whatever. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you say so, whatever.
We'll stand up after this. But no, but
Ben, what was your NFL combine?
At the combine, I was 5'9", about 171, about 22% body fat, something like that. Yeah.
22%.
Yeah. I ran a 6'8", 40. Yeah.
What position?
I was a coach.
They have coach combines now.
Yeah, broadcaster. Yeah, broadcaster.
I saw that when you see.
By the way, I don't think I was 22%.
You see Rich Eisland always does the combine, always does the 40 from NFL Network.
Where does he run it now?
I think he does it in like a 5 something. Yeah, and he does it every year now when the combine is filmed on NFL Network. He runs the 40.
That would be fun. We should. The Young Turks should like do that. That would be a good little. We always talk about the Young Turks Olympics. I was fast in my day, like with my crowd. I was fast. By far the fastest one for a long time, and then it vanished. So Luck has been hit 237 times. He has not, however, get sacked more than everybody else. That's sort of in the middle. This is he's taking hits that aren't sacks. Let's take a look at the sack percentage leaders. These are actually the quarterbacks who get hit the least. Not surprisingly, Peyton Manning. He's the anti-Ben Roethlisberger. He gets rid of the ball before you can hit it.
For sure.
Then Drew Brees, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan. Boy, you look at those top 4 and you realize, yeah, you know what? Those guys, they throw a lot and they throw effectively.
And they throw the ball quickly.
And they get
the ball in their hands very fast.
But it also suggests that, and you see Eli on that list too, and Tom Brady, that there's some value in getting rid of the ball quickly. But look at the difference, though, between, go back to that real quick. I mean, you know, the difference between Manning and Brady is fairly significant. I mean, let's round them up. That's basically 3% to 5%.
Yeah.
That's that's 2 out of 100 throws. That's 2 sacks. That adds up.
That's a lot.
You know, there is something about his toughness, but you keep getting a guy at risk that much.
Right.
At some point.
For sure.
You're going to lose him. And almost every quarterback loses a season, most of a season, at some point because of a terrible injury. It'll happen to the Colts at some point.
He doesn't scramble. He doesn't rush. He doesn't run. So usually, like, I think most.
He scrambles.
I've compared to, like, I think, like, RG3, where they have, like, certain plans for him and booed out and stuff like that. So, like, his style of play is not going to be where he's going to take crazy shots, like huge shots, but he's still going to get hit.
Hard not to believe that healthy, he's in for a big year now with. You know, he had some big playoff games with basically only T.Y. Hilton to throw to.
Right.
And now you have Reggie Wayne, hopefully
he should be
back for, you know, it's a tough injury to come back from at 35. And then you add Hakeem Nicks. Like, those are grown-up targets.
I think it's going to be good. I think he'll have a great season.